So checking your tire pressure kind of seems like a simple process for some of you, but if it's not at the correct PSI, it can be extremely costly for you both in the short term and in the long term. So I'm going to show you how to check your tire pressure and why it's so important that it's right on your vehicle. So every vehicle is different. Tires for an SUV will need to have a lower PSI or pounds per square inch as opposed to tires for, let's say, a F-150 here. Now, some tires and some vehicles need to have a higher PSI in the back, some need to have a higher PSI in the front. How do you find out all this information? Well, I'll show you. It's actually all conveniently located on the inside of your door here. It shows you which size of tires that you should be putting on the front and back, and the pounds per square inch that the tire should be filled at. Now, you might not think the air pressure in your tire is a huge deal. Well, if your tire is too full or too empty, it can actually cost you money in both the long and the short term. If your tire is too full, it can damage your rim. If your tire is too empty, it can wear your tire out a lot faster, could lead to bursting, and it can reduce your fuel economy. Now, a vehicle with a properly inflated tire, depending on your driving habits and the vehicle you're driving, you can actually save 5% in gas mileage just by having a tire that's properly inflated. So to check your tire pressure, it's actually relatively easy. All you gotta do is unscrew the cap here and use an air pressure gauge to check what the PSI in your tire is. And remember, when you wanna get a true PSI reading on your tires, you wanna do it during the cooler hours of the day and when you haven't driven in a while. Now, this is a digital one. This is what our techs use, and it's a little bit more expensive, but you can actually buy one for around $10 at pretty much any gas station. So you just put the air pressure gauge on the valve here. Now, this one reads 34.4, and the recommended PSI for a back tire on an edge is 37 PSI. So what we're gonna do is pump it up a little bit. There, 36.5, that's close enough. If it's too low, then you just go to a gas station and fill it up. If it's too high, then you just use a pen to let some out. Now, this digital one is pretty accurate, but when you're using one of the store-bought ones, make sure to check it multiple times just in case the reading was off 1 or 2 times.